Right into another one. Hi, I'm Vaness Henry, and I'm a 6'2 manifestor.
I'm Derek Henry, and I'm a 6'2 generator.
And this is our show, On the Roof.
Toma.
I feel like this is a significant, going on the roof thing. For me, I had only ever lived in one place. Derek had lived in another place before, but I was needing a bigger detachment from my entire life than I maybe was consciously aware of. We made the decision to move together, to relocate together because it was a pandemic. I work online, we could work anywhere. Why are we living in this one place if we're not even able to see our families? Where would we want to live? So when we had done some traveling in the motorhome, we really liked certain pockets in BC, so we decided to move there.
Yep.
But after I did that, I really realized the significance of that for me because I needed to fully detach from that life to actually really process it. I had some crazy ass traumas in my first life phase. Derek and I were talking the other day, and I was putting myself in my mom's reality and my sister's reality and your dad's reality, and I just started weeping.
I'm sad.
That was, I obviously think about their lives, but when I put myself in their life, I would be terrified to do anything.
Yeah.
And I was living our whole life thinking my life was harder because I'm the one who got cancer. I'm the one who got sick. Sorry, this got very serious. I've also been the person who witnesses the person having cancer, and I feel that's a harder position to be in because in the case of our dad, you lose that person.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not mean to go here. When I went into Derek's dad's life and I put myself in the position, working so hard and taking care of 4 kids, finally gets to enjoy rest and achievement and accomplishment with the love of his life, and she dies. There's no satisfaction for those generators ever.
Nope.
I understand he'll have different satisfactions in his life, but his whole life's energy, he's coming up to the point to enjoy it, no satisfaction. I just found that devastating.
Sad, yeah. Feel bad for him.
I'm very sensitive.
You are. It's nice, I think.
My mom,
Mm-hmm.
when I look at the awful things that's happened to her, she's obviously had amazing things happen in her life as well, but there's something in me that looks at her and is like, my gosh, those are horrible events that happened to you. If I had the opportunity to experience that, I never would, because it was so horrible to witness her go through the death of her husband, her child potentially dying, all the other traumas around her with her extended family members. And then I came to the realization, well, no one would want to live my life either. Life was horrible.
Lost your dad went through the same thing.
I got super pessimistic because, not pessimistic, but hopeless almost, because it was wow, there's incredibly beautiful things that happen here. It's heartbreaking to be alive.
Yeah, I'm sure you can go through a majority of people's lives, not want their lives. I feel like everyone goes through a lot of heartbreak throughout life.
Yeah. I don't think these people have horrible lives. I engage with them and their lives are beautiful, but there's something about it that I find...
horrible moments within it.
Yeah. And then what? I'm going to judge these people for their choices? When they've got, who the f do I think I am? And it's not a conscious judgment. Oh, why are they doing that? Oh, why is my mom doing that? Oh, why is my sister doing that? Or whatever. I don't even have an example, but it's just a pattern. Detaching from that was, I feel like I finally am able to actually process some of the messed up things that I've seen, especially now with the pandemic and getting the germs and having a child. I'm put right back into seeing all the kids die on the cancer ward, and it's just when I have to think about kids in that way, I don't know. I go to a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
I have a darkness inside.
Yeah.
I have a light too, but there's a little cavern. There's a little cavern. Anyway.
So did you enjoy the move?
Yeah, Derek, I lost my way. So can we come back to the move? What I'm trying to articulate is the move as a significant event, a 6-line experience I'm happy to go through with you.
Yep.
Look at my sister. She's a 6'2". She moved away. Anyway, so we drove our motorhome out.
Yep, that was an experience. Yeah. It was better than the last time.
Why? Why was it better?
Because you took edibles before leaving?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to. I had to.
Yeah, it's stressful in there with the kid and the dog.
I'm not comfortable driving the motorhome. It's a Class C, it's sizable, going through the mountains. No thanks. I'll be in the passenger seat. But then when you're in the passenger seat, you're responsible for like calming down the dog who is absolutely erratic in the motorhome.
She sucks.
I can't with her. She's like in my shirt sleeping or crying. It's just, whatever.
So almost roll in the window.
And she fucking makes her sounds. Anyway, so the dog is very stressful. And then the kid is in the back. Mom, I gotta pee, I gotta poo, I'm hungry. Mom. He actually can't even hear it based on kind of where he's sitting. So I'm the one like in this constant state of anxiety, and I just could not. So we realized, I think at the end of our motorhome travels, that I was maybe a little bit anxious driving in the motorhome. I maybe got a little bit stressed. So I took some edibles for the drive. But would you say the experience was way less, like moving was not stressful?
No.
Let's back up.
Not at all.
Can you talk about selling our house?
That was stressful. We started doing renos to sell the house, and my back went out like a week before list date. I couldn't do a thing to finish the house. We had a bunch of like...
Derek couldn't walk. He was going to a chiropractor every day. There was, little things that our realtor had suggested we do, and we were in the process of completing them, and you really put your hips out or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I could not walk. It was a hip lower back problem.
I feel it was spiritually related. Hips, the balance of life, back, your foundation, your stability. It was all changing and being uprooted. Where's my Obis form pillow for my back in the car?
That's, key.
He still uses it. My stress was out of this world. I completed the renovations. The country ran out of like wood supply.
I did manage to put up a last light though.
So he's okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Credit where credit is due. You're a Capricorn.
Thanks.
Derek installed the final light in the kitchen. He climbs up this ladder.
Screaming.
I thought you were gonna die. Like I thought you were gonna fall. And I was just like, we got through it. I was so stressed. Peak stress. My partner has checked out and can't help me. I'm in primary parent mode, fixing mode. We go stay in a hotel, one room with the dog, all three of us.
It was an experience, yeah.
Our kid thinks this was the most incredible thing we've ever been through. Remember when we stayed at that hotel, this cheap little hotel with the pool? Like he had a blast, and I was like, that is not how I remember that experience. He like references it and wants to do it again.
Yeah, asks to go to calls it a Star 8, Super 8 hotel.
We had a bidding war. We sold our house. Everything worked out. That was really the most challenge we went through, and the whole process after moving company, getting here, finding a place was actually seamless. So that's how we knew it was.
A lot of hiccups though, but they all
what?
worked out.
What hiccup?
The motorhome before leaving.
Oh my gosh!
Someone tried breaking in, and the lock was damaged, and then the toilet was damaged.
Hold on. Okay. Let's set the scene. Our motorhome was in storage. Someone tried to break into it. We took it in to get fixed, and while it was getting assessed, we found there was the bathroom.
Squirrels.
Was that what it was? I thought it was like a possum or something.
No.
It was chewed through all the water lines. We had to replace all the water lines, but thankfully our insurance covered it.
While it's at the place getting repaired, that place gets broken into, and someone, I guess, stole some piece from underneath. Cat converter.
So then we're missing this part, and we can't even drive the motorhome. And it's not related, and we're like, hey, we're moving in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like a week before we were scheduled to leave.
Oh my God,
So we
about that.
had to make another insurance claim.
Derek, I was so stressed. I feel sheepish because I'm like, oh, our process was so great and seamless. There was this like
once we left, it was.
Yeah, this 2-week window of absolute hell.
Yeah, we got through it.
We got through it. We rented a place in BC without seeing it, so we were like, oh, I hope that's okay. But at this point, we were so up for the adventure, and the place is great. We lucked out.
Yeah.
We're in the beach environment. We walk to the beach every day. We were just kind of like, every day, Derek's like, I can't believe we live here.
Everything worked out nicely.
It's like there was all this tension and pressure and problems, and then poof, we shot forward, and everything was just like falling away and dissolving, and was quite effortless. Oh my gosh. I have something I want to share. We're from the prairies. We're flatlander people. And moving to the mountains is like wildfire country, really.
Yeah.
This is like nothing I've ever experienced. There's a pandemic where the air, if you breathe in the air, you're getting some crazy virus. The smoke from the wildfires is so intense that you sometimes can't even see the street lights. The sky went red, like something I've never seen in my life. It was completely apocalyptic, and then the smoke was so thick and black it blocked out the sun, and the streetlights went on.
Yeah.
I felt fear.
Was that a 9-day stretch of like couldn't see any mountain.
Weather that was nearly 50 degrees
Yes.
Celsius.
Oh, that
That
tough
was
for me.
the world is dying. This feels like the world is dying. There's a different culture with climate change, and people are much more serious about it, I find, than where we were from. We were aware of it, but the reality looks so different when you're living in it, and the sky is red and you can't breathe when you go outside. I went out in a white sweatsuit one day and I was covered in ash. Every time that I went outside and came back in, I smelled like I had been in a bonfire. We were forced to just be inside because the air quality was so poor. Fire that we saw cresting over the mountains, like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Can you believe this happens on Earth?
In a summer.
Oh my gosh. We did have this conversation of like, well, where would we even go if we had to evacuate? Because people have been kind of coming to where we are to evacuate. Just really opened my eyes. And I find we were just sitting outside the other day and we were watching traffic go by, a regular pastime that we do as voyeurs. And there was this Tesla vehicle that just like was absolutely silent, started, drove away, and was so quiet. And we were like, oh, wow. And then we hear this big monster of a truck coming, like we can't see it yet. We're like, oh my gosh.
Construction truck.
And you just see this like smoke from its exhaust going up into the streetlights. And we were both sitting there like,
Yes.
that can't be the way anymore.
No.
I don't know, we're more air aware now or something. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
Anyways, hell of an experience
Definitely
coming here.
appreciate fresh air more.
What do you do when there's no more air? You die.
Mm-hmm.
Air?
Yeah.
So we're having a time. It's been an adventure.
Yep.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
But it's been
Our
intense.
chapter.